Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Saturday, May 4th. It is day 20. Can you believe we only have one day left of our life cycle of a chicken unit? I cannot believe that we have been doing this for almost 3 weeks now. 21-day incubation period for our chicks. Remember, we have several different breeds of chicks, but they all take 21 days to hatch. And so we have had them in our incubator now for 20 days, and that's today. So let's take a look. Something really exciting is happening today. You know, the embryo yesterday we said was fully formed, right? And he's already turned his head towards the top of where he's going to start pipping and zipping to get out. But look what happens today. The embryo starts breathing air in the air sac and becomes a chick. Remember how we talked about this air sac up here at the top? And how it sort of looks like this. The picture is a little bit wrong. Like all the yellow now has been soaked up into his belly. It's become part of his small intestines. This part up here is a little pocket of air. In fact, when you crack an egg at home, even, you know, an unfertilized one you got from the grocery store, that type of thing, you can sometimes see that little plastic looking pocket of air up there, little air sac right there. They're all, you know, everyone has them, right? They're formed that way. And the purpose is when the chick gets big enough like this to start that process of pipping and zipping out, where he makes one little crack in the egg, comes all the way across like this, basically opens up the eggshell to get out. That takes a long process, right? And so he's been in this liquid. But when he first starts, the first thing he punctures is this membrane into the air sac. He has to have something to breathe because it's going to take him over a day to do this process. This is a long, exhausting process, kind of like a caterpillar when they become a butterfly, right? It takes a long process. It develops all of their muscles to get out. So same thing. We have an air sac up here. He's going to bust through this membrane. He's going to suck in the oxygen from this air sac so that he has everything that he needs now. His body is full of oxygen, nutrients, all the food, everything that he needs to start this process of pipping and zipping out. It's going to take 24 hours to get out, and then he has to stay in the incubator another 24 hours, so they can go about 48 hours, sometimes 3 days, without eating. So our 2 vocabulary words for today are heater. We have a heater inside our incubator. This is a picture of our old incubator. I'll show you the heating elements on the new one, but see the little red heating elements in there? We already talked about the thermostat coming down here, the thermometer. The thermostat, I'm sorry, is up on the top that controls the temperature. This is the thermometer that lays down in the bottom, tells the heater when to come on. Do you guys remember what temperature setting we're supposed to be at for the last 3 days? Yes, so we changed up to 100.5 degrees. We raised the humidity level between 65 and 70%, so it's really hot, sticky, wet in there, and that's exactly the environment we want to mimic that would be under the mama hen if she were sitting on top of these eggs. That's why we're doing the things we're doing. We're trying to act like her, aren't we? So the next vocabulary word is crack, which means to break open, and you can kind of tell here that's what this pipping and zipping sort of looks like. So let's take a look real quick at our incubator. We have 20 eggs left inside, 20 eggs that are fertilized and growing. We are at 100.5 degrees. Our humidity level is between 65 and 70. And those little red elements right there, see those little red heating elements? You have heating elements like that in your dryer at home that dries your clothes. A lot of appliances and machines have heating elements but this is our little machine up here that is telling everything what to do. So it tells the machine what temperature to make it inside. We have water coming in the bottom crates that's creating that humidity level, and then those little red elements right there are the heating elements that cause the heater to come on and to blow hot air in there. After the chicks are born, they'll still have to stay in here, remember, for another 24 hours, and that heater is going to continue to blow on them. Now, they look pretty pitiful when they're first born, but the heater sort of dries them out and they start to puff up and look cute and puffy like little baby chicks do. So that heater is extremely important. All right, today is day 20. Tomorrow, which is actually Sunday, you guys won't be up here, but they will start that process of pipping and zipping so that when you are back on Monday, May the 6th, we should have one or two that are already out, and then you guys will get to watch that process for the rest of the day of them hatching themselves. And then on Tuesday, May 7th, we start with our presentations. We have 12 classes so far that are signed up to come in all grades across Franklin Forest. Last year we had a total of 18 that came from pre-K to 5th grade, so we're super excited. This is a great treat for the rest of the students in the school because they just finished 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, just finished GMAS, so they'll be able to come down here and have this as sort of an inside field trip and a reward for completing GMAS. Okay, so thanks for joining us today. How exciting!